never feeling alone.
Howdy, 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 y'all. Welcome back. Welcome to For Destiny, where if you want to know the games where your money belongs, come check it out with ArmyMomStrong. We're starting a Let's Play and Teach today of Aska. I got about 40 hours in game, which, trust me, is not nearly enough to know it all. But I know enough of the beginning stuff now that I want to kind of show that to y'all. It won't be your typical Let's Play. Like I said, it's going to be a Let's Play and Teach. So each episode will have a goal. Episode 1's probably going to be finding somewhere to live and finding a cave and maybe a wolf den and some stuff nearby. Thank you very much to Cad for gifting us the game and making it possible on the channel. And thank you to Lethal for helping us on her birthday stream and showing us how the game is played and everything. If you did not see that, I'll put a link in the description below. In this Let's Play, like I said, because it's going to be a teach, I'm going to be cutting out some of the grind. I'm sure you guys don't want to see me chop down 300 trees or mine 500 jute and blood. So, if you don't know about the game, it released June 20th, 2024, and Steam says lay claim to unspoiled lands and pave the way for a fierce Viking tribe. Craft the ultimate, settle it solo or together with up to 3 friends, trust in the gods and the power of the Eye of Odin, and summon intelligent NPC villagers to provide camaraderie and relief in the toils of survival. Currently, it is on Steam for $24.99 USD, single player and co-op. We do have Hoards on for the streaming world. I do not want them on for my Let's Play and Teach. Honestly, if you live anywhere near the bunny goat, then I don't know what they're called. They look like bunnies with horns, so I call them bunny goats. Or the tree deers, which exactly what it's. I think those are called smokers. They're going to constantly attack and try and steal your stuff. The bunny goats are always stealing my food in my personal world. So if you do a custom world, it does stop achievements. You will get no achievements at all for the game. You only get achievements in normal, but like I said, I don't want Hordes. I don't play this type of game for Hordes. It's just not interested in me. If y'all really want me to play a series on this with Hordes in a Let's Play, I definitely will. But like I said, you can see that in the streaming world. We have those on. So let's go custom. It's going to be, no, it's not streaming. It's Let's Play. Let's see our seed. Let's do 80, the year me and hubby were born. 98, the year we were married and the year our first son was born. 2000 is our second son. 2002 is our third. Our first son is... Okay, 98 was our first son. 2000 was our second son. 2002 was our first daughter. 2004, Jeepers, was our second daughter. 2016 was our first granddaughter. And 2025 will be our first grandson. Upload to cloud. Sorry, these are important dates to me, so I generally, if I'm doing a Let's Play, I use them in my seed. We're going to go world. Terrain aspect, I am actually going to go smooth. And terrain height, I'm going to go flat. This is still going to give us some hills and such to work with, because I do a lot of terraforming in this game. I like to have a nice multi-layered flat village. So these are the styles I like to play on. Lethal went through all these with us and explained what they all were, so it's pretty nice. Our year length we are going to extend. Rain is very important because you can go get mushrooms, and in the beginning, that was essentially how you were going to feed your people. Day length, we're going to do extended. You can do maximum, but extended is enough for me. Structure decay, I prefer that as low. So we're going to start the season in the spring. Our year length will be longer than normal. I think it's like 7 days per season if it's on default. And honestly, I don't feel, unless you are like a super pro at the game, you can get ready for winter before it hits and everybody dies. Been there, done that. Well, hubby technically was there and did that. I started over before that happened. Monster density, we are going to move to low, and monster population is also going to be low. We're still going to have plenty in the world, trust me, even on low, but I like more of a casual, chilled play style. Bears are going to go to low, and wolves are going to also go to low. Herbivores, I'm going to leave those at medium because that's going to be, they're called fens. The bunny goats are called fens. Who knew? That's going to be how our hunters really get us some food. So I think that is it. Let's go to game settings. And we're going to save this current world to use it for later, and we're going to call it the Let's Play Chill. Like I said, there's still going to be plenty of times to fight and plenty of things to fight, so let's get it started. We're using the same character we use for everything, because your character doesn't transfer over to fresh character on every world, so I think we're good with that one. Okay, I feel my strength increasing. Here we are at the beginning. These are important to grab, our jute and bloods. This is going to give us our first villager. There's exactly 5 here. Problem, oh, I gotta hold down T, I knew that. Problem with it is, inventory is not very big, and it does take 5 of the small object spots. These are medium items, and then you can hold 1 large item. We can get to containers or sleds. I don't think it's called a sled. Is it called a sled? It might be called a sled. The gods decree, construct the Eye of Odin and rebuild your tribe. We're going to grab these stones around here. Sorry if I sound like crap. I have been extremely sick and it is very painful to talk, but I wanted to get some of this done because I keep saying I'm going to, but I can't find the time. That's mussels, which we're going to use to eat. Top right, we have our mini map, our time of season, time of day, temperature, and how many villagers we have. Bottom left, you have hunger, thirst, and how cold you are. Bottom center, the red bar is our health, the white bar is our stamina. And then the bottom left, you also have some tooltips. You can hit Z to show you resources in the area. We want to find sticks. We'll go ahead and grab this because we're going to need arrows and such for our hunters, which I don't really need right now, but the eggs are nice because we can eat them. We want sticks and flax right now. Sticks, flax, and stone. Most important thing in the beginning. Well, I mean, sticks and flax are important through the whole game. You're constantly on a grind for flax. So I try and get my farms up with at least one full flax field as quickly as we can. Yeah, me and Hubby have been playing it a lot since I got sick this week and are on separate worlds, end of world together, and we're having a lot of fun. If I'm running 4 worlds on a game, obviously, I really am liking it. Okay. Like I said, episode 1 is going to be finding a place to live and collecting us up a couple of the things that we need. Hello, good sir. Along the way. See, there is still hills and such, even though we're flat and smooth, but we're going to have more areas that we can actually terraform a little bit easier than the giant hills, because I like my nice, open, multi-layered, flat-ish areas. We should find most of the stones you're going to find on the beach, but we should find some. Maybe we should run back down there and grab a few more before we... Okay, B is how you craft. I know it's a little bit weird, B for crafting. Go ahead and make 5 rope for that. We need an axe, which is going to be 1 stick, 1 rope, and 1 stone blade. You can click on it and it will bring it to where you can craft it. So we can make 2 stone blades as of right now. The stone pick is actually going to take 2, so let's craft that first, just so that we can get stone easier. Let's move food to 7 and 8. Torch goes on 9. Water goes on 5. We'll grab some more sticks. Like I said, you won't have enough, especially in the first year of the game. Everything takes so many. Sticks are a medium object. Flax is a small object, so able to grab a little bit more. Yeah, the hunter, the fisher, and the farms we want to get up as quickly as we can so that we can start stockpiling food along with warehouses. Garlic and onion is how you can heal other than sleeping in your own bed. Once you get a healing hut up, you can sleep in that, and I think it's ×3 healing time. So it is a lot better. It's probably even faster when you have a villager in it. I have yet to put one in it. So I keep finding things I want to change with my world, so I keep starting over to change things I like a little bit differently or that are more fun for my playstyle. I do a lot of horde games, and if I want to do a horde game, I can easily go play 7 Days to Die, or I can go play Night of the Dead. This is not one I really, as of now, I don't want to play with hordes. I'm not saying I never will. Just right now, it's not one I'm interested in doing that on. We need some more stone, so I'm gonna go. Actually, let's hit R and fill up our canteen just so that we can make sure we're good on that. And it's part of the tutorial. Yeah, we can go ahead and grab some berries. This would be a horrible place to build, but I want to build near a cave. Oh, there's our first smoker. I think it's a smoker. He will be delicious later on, trust me. Yeah, in the beginning, I just run around looking for it to tell me that I have found a cave, a den, a large lake, a boss fight arena. Yeah, I think there's 5 boss fights you have to do to progress the game. Each person that is on the server, it does ramp up the how hard the enemies are. So keep that in mind when you're playing multiplayer, because we got spanked over and over the other night, but it was a ton of fun. Okay, let's go B. We should have enough stones now. Let's get you into 6. And we're going to make the stone axe. You go in 1, you go in 2. Of course, our weapon goes in 3. Just the way I like to set up my hotbar. Muscle memory, so my fingers automatically go to those slots for every game I play. We're going to grab some healing stuff while we're over here. Garlic you can cook. Onions you cannot. Well, you can cook in the initial barbecue pit. You can cook them both. Oh, we found the unexplored cave. Perfect. So it's going to be right there. Which means, I mean, we could flatten this out and live here and go that way, but that's really close. Oh, that's really close to the shipwreck, which is not a big deal. It's not a bad spot because we could do multi-layered up here and down there with that path here. We don't have to be right on top of the cave, so we can also keep looking. I am going to go to my map, and the eyeball's already on it, and it's already on compass. Perfect. So I kind of want to see how far we are. I don't want to be in a forest that's this lush because it's going to take too long to clear it out. I would like an open field by a forest. There's a wolf there, so we got to be close to a wolf den. Oh, we're going to buy flax. Oh no, it's a smoker, not a wolf. Okay. This actually is not bad right here. We're still close to the water for our fishers, not too far. Oh, we got buddies here, so they're going to constantly try and steal our food. But it will be a really good source of meat for the hunter. So I'm thinking we might set up camp right here. I'm thinking we found it. Oh, our pockets are full, so good time to find it. Oh, and we got smoker. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to put up defenses, so that might be a couple of episodes that I do a time lapse on. Because it's going to be just a whole lot of collecting flax for rope and sticks to put fencing up around our base. Probably will time lapse all the terraforming and leveling too. I'll show you how it's done, but then I'll time lapse while we're doing it just to, because I'm going to spend probably a good amount of time doing that. Okay, we need a hoe. We have that. What do we need? I know all the wrong buttons, right? Wooden hoe. We need 2 stone. Okay, I'll be right back. And we are back. Sorry, I had to take a work text real quick. That's what we're looking for right there. That rock. Okay, so you can either left click over and over again. I hope they eventually add it to where you can hold down left mouse button to harvest. I would prefer doing that than holding on R. I have carpal tunnel, so certain things aggravate it more. The constant clicking is really not pleasant. You can change up your key bindings, but I haven't looked to see if I can change it to a click and hold. Okay, so we're going to hold T down to pick up all those stones. Now we can go right here and we can make some more stone blades. And then we can make our wooden hoe, which does not belong in 3. Here, you go down there. You go in 4. We also need a wooden hammer. They don't even need to be down here. You're going to use them as long as they're in your inventory. Let's go. We need a hammer to build. Let's pop you out of there. And what else? Oh, we got a couple spots open now because we use some sticks. We will need that large stone, but not right this second. We now can terraform. Let's go ahead and get a weapon just in case. That's over here, Jess. We can't do the spike club until we get some bones. And we need resin, which we can get right here, to make a club. So let's start getting an area prep. Normally I keep y'all with me for 100% of the game for the first 3 episodes, being that I am sick and there's going to be a lot of prep work that needs to be done. There will be parts that I'm cutting out, but anything that is new or needs to be taught or I just want it included in, we'll definitely be covering that part of it. But like I said earlier, to just chop down trees or just terraform forever, because I'll spend hours just terraforming. I don't think y'all are going to enjoy watching that. I wouldn't. Okay, so let's go here, and now here we've got some resin, so we can now get a flimsy club. Not my favorite weapon, but better than nothing. Okay, so they're going to constantly try and steal our food, like I said, which is going to actually be good, because that will... This is a nice spacious area. Um, Allow the hunters a place to, or stuff to hunt that's not too far away. I mean, we could put banners down to expand their hunting area, but having something close would be great in the beginning when we're prepping for winter, especially. You'll never have enough rope. Never, ever, ever. So it'll be interesting too having the two different animals right here. Give us a little bit of a brisk. Okay, do we want to start? I think we want to start up here. Like I said, I want to start with terraforming. Oh no, let's start down here where it's a little bit flatter. Then we can come up a level and then terraform up there. Yeah. That, and we do have some long sticks on the ground somewhere over here. Where I don't know. But we'll find them with the Z key. We also had that large stone. Okay. So, I can't chop that one down yet. So let's start. I think we'll just start. I can't do anything about it. See, I need to be able to clear some of that out before I can start. Let me think about this for a minute and figure out how we want to get started, and then I'll bring y'all back. Okay, I think I like this level here for down here. Then we'll come up some, and we'll probably do right about this level for up here, like where I'm standing. So let's go over here. We will probably be building things and then moving them as we terraform under them, because you can't terraform something's on top of it. So we're going to go to the little terraforming level tool. We're going to hit build. And then from what I understand, you face the arrows. Let me see if you can see the arrows in the direction you want that level to be. So if we want it to be this level, my husband does it completely opposite, but when I do it his way, it comes out all chunky. It doesn't look right. When I do it this way, it's pretty smooth. So who knows? And we're going to left click, and then we're going to drag. I like to do just one strip at a time. One long strip at a time. It is going to take away the pretty grass, but I'm okay with that. I think it's 18 is as far as you can go on one strip. That's too far, so we're going to go right there. And as long as you have a hoe, you can come in. If you have builders, they can help. So we'll get our first villager up pretty quickly. But I just want to get us a spot to get started. We're going to go through a lot of hoes. Like I said, I like to terraform and make it flat to where it's not so crazy. Oh, we have you can put a well on top of this, so that's not a bad thing to have. But we'll probably take that one out and find a different one. And we'll be right back. Okay, our first line is done. So then we're going to go L. L will pull up the last thing that you crafted or that you placed. Not crafted, but placed in the world. We want it to be that height. So we're going to go here. That's going to be that angle. See, I thought it was you faced these in the direction you wanted to go and you put it on the area that you need it to be. But if you, here, let me show you. If you go B and you go here and here, it says a grid tool used to flatten out terrain. Choose a point to be used as height reference for the tool requires a hoe. Choose a point to be used as height reference. So I really do think maybe he's right. I mean, it's working for me, but I think we want it to go, say, this way at this height. For science, I'll probably do a time lapse on doing the terraforming, and I'll give y'all some custom made Aska music. I haven't made it yet, so I'll make that later on today so we can add it. And I had the Aska pre-stream song, but that's Lethal's birthday pre-stream song, so. And we'll make it about terraforming and time lapses and, you know, fun stuff like that. Give you something fun to bob your head to while you're on a time lapse. Okay, I just want to see if this worked before I cut away and speed up time. magical editing software. It's amazing. You don't have to be stuck watching the boring stuff. Like I said, this is going to take a little bit. That actually worked too. Okay, maybe he was right. Oh, that tasted so bad coming out of my mouth. Okay, a couple things we want to do before we go any further. We want to get a campfire built, a shelter built, and our Eye of Odin so we can get some help. So we're actually going to go maybe right here with that. I think I need to expand more first because I can't terraform on top of this. So yeah, let's at least do a little bit more. So we want this to go. Yep, because then it's going to point me that way. I mean, we could take it down and then terraform it, but to be able to cook, we have to expand it, and you do not get add-on resources or expansion resources back from my understanding. So I don't particularly want to lose that. So we can just get a small area that we can get that started in. I would be a happy camper. We can't cut these big trees down until we get the large stone axe, which won't take too long to do. Once you get the workshop up, you can do that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so here we can put our simple fire in. I want it kind of centered so that I can still terraform around it. Hit R to add supplies. And then we're going to open the menu and we're going to immediately turn it into a campfire. The simple fire will break over time, from my understanding. So you want to immediately get it to the campfire. We're actually going to put a cover on it and turn it into a smoking pit or a grilling pit so we can actually cook food on it. Before we go further on, actually, I want to get the Eye of Odin, at least one bed for our one villager, just to help us with the terraforming, and a place to cook. And that is done. If you go to H, there are tutorials. Here's all the tutorials on how to get things done. If you don't know what to do, this does help. Also, right here, these are rewards you can get. So it tells you what to do to kind of help progress you. Also, it also will tell you what you have done. Once you get, for each different god, once you get, I think it's there's rewards after you complete level 1 and 2, and then there's rewards after you complete level 3. The rewards are new hairstyles and new tattoos. Okay, so we're going to do a fire cover next. We need some more rope. I did not mean to do that. Supply that. And now we need more bark and more sticks. So we'll just take this tree. That one's too close, so it's going to be a pain to pick all the stuff up. Actually, we had some more down right here. Uh-oh, nighttime is upon us. That's the sticks that we need, and now we just need bark. Well, this tree has to go anyway, so we can terraform, so we'll do that now. I'll go ahead and take the tree stump too. Like I said, I want to be able to terraform around this, so. And bark. Gonna pick up any more sticks. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so let's add that in. Let's build this. Nighttime is upon us. We'll get some torches and some lighting up soonish. Not a like super top priority. Let's go right here. And now we need the barbecue. So let's go B, and we need 4 rope. I know we could have just done 5. I didn't think about it. Oops, no. R. And then let's take Q to pin it. We need 3 sticks. There's 2, and there's some more right here. There's 3. We'll go around cleaning all this up later, or our people actually will. And let's build this. This is just the way I play the game that I feel it runs the best, in my opinion. Okay, we're gonna ignite this, and we're gonna cook up some food so we don't have to keep it on us. You want to stay with your food as it's cooking because it will burn and turn to coal, which isn't a horrible thing, but you'll get coal with firewood later on. Mushrooms, fish steaks, beef hunks, and we're gonna put that there just to get out of our pockets. I was hoping we had more to cook, but no. Okay, now we need to get a shelter and a rain collector in. And we're gonna keep that. This is gonna get torn down later, so we're just gonna put it right here for now, so that our person has somewhere to sleep. Hit Q on it so we can pin it up on top. And there's one long stick. Bunnies are already trying to come around. As soon as we get our gathering hut up, they're going to constantly be taking food out of it. But we should be able to get some fencing up. Like I said, it just takes a bit of grind. Let's clean that up. Oh, we need a drink ourselves. You're not coming to steal my cooked food, Bunny. I'm telling you that now. I will. Oh, we need to get a knife going. We've not made that yet. Leveled up, building 1. And now we need 2 more rope. What do we need for a knife? 2 more rope, and I'll just do a 5 rope. Was it 2 stone blades? I think it was. Nope, it was only 1. Perfect. There's that. And then 1 long stick, which is different than a log. I know. Who knew? Yeah, they're trying to come steal the boot off my fire. They're awful, but like I said, look at how many of them there are. They are good noms once you get a hunter going. And they're not hard. Once you fence in, they can't get into you, so. Grab these sticks. It's like they're walking by all this food on the ground just to come steal our food. Oh, see, they're going back for it. Oh, I missed. Oh, I forgot I had the club. Darn it. Let's build this. We go. I think bark is the last step. Maybe thatch. Been a minute since I built these beginner shelters, so it is bark. So we need the small trees, the wee boys. The ones even smaller than this seem to give you more bark. To me, they do. I hear y'all. You're all over the place. You know, I don't like tree stumps, so I generally always take the tree stumps out. And when the guys don't, I'll be running around taking their tree stumps out too. But we're going to need tons of firewood for coal later and to keep the cabins warm in the winter. So it's win-win. We just need a lot of storage for it. Eat all those. And then take another sip. Grab all the steaks. Now we need to take 1 more tree down because I think it's 4 bark per tree. Maybe they're just curious. They don't want to steal our food. They just want to say hi. They're so fast, though. They're really... Oh, I didn't mean to pick you up. I meant to swing at you. You can tame them later, though, which that'll be a lot of fun to do. I don't know how you do that yet, but we will learn. Oh, and the smokers are here too. This is gonna be fun. See, you don't need hordes. You got plenty of stuff that you gotta deal with. Okay, I need the wee trees. This one. The youngins. Hopefully by the time I record my next... Oh, it was a duplicate tree. My next recording session, I'll have my voice back and I won't sound like a male frog. Mm-hmm. Or I'll get worse and it'll sound worse, and then I'll have to just record and then commentary over it once I get my voice back, because last time I got this sick I lost my voice for a while, so we'll see. I'm sure Hubby would love it if I could lose my voice. Probably not, because I would just text him everything. And I couldn't take the work calls, so he would have to, so no, he wouldn't love it. Building 2. Okay, so we now have a shelter. Let's get our Eye of Odin down next. But before we do that, I would like to... Can we touch up any of these areas? No, because of those trees we can't. No, okay, so... Cancel B. Ooh, what is that? Oh, we have emotes if you hit V. Good to know. Oh, and now I'm talking. B is what we want. And Eye of Odin. I'll just pop you right here for now. This is going to get disassembled and moved. Let's pin it. So we need 5 stones and 2 long sticks. I know, they were much closer ones, but I want to try and get the ones that are further away cleared up. And then we're going to need large sticks also. Go away, bunny rabbit. And then we need stones. We're also going to need these. Oh, there's so many of them over here. They're going to be delicious. They're a pain. Like I said, it gives you a great food in the early game. And better fish bait. Then we're ready to tame. They're just right there. Unless the hunter, genocides them. Or makes them go extinct. I think it's extinct. Yeah, that's... Look, don't judge. I'm on a lot of cold and flu medicine right now. We are going to need this, so let's go ahead and bring it over. Oh, it's raining, so it's mushroom time, and I do not have any space to go get mushrooms. We'll catch the next rain. It always rains on the first night, I think. I mean, we could dump all this on the ground, but those little jerks will come steal it. Because you're a jerk. I just saw another large... Oh, there we go. Just need 2 more. There's one. Take a slurp. We'll grab this one since we all... Oh, there's flax. Never leave flax behind. We're going to need large stones too for step 2. And our first villager, of course, is just going to be a builder with us so that he can help us get terraforming done and get some buildings up quicker. They're very curious bunny goats. Wait, are these the... I think the males have horns and the females don't. And they have some weird tree thing growing out of them. I'm not sure what that's about. Phase 1 complete. And now 2 large stone, which we already brought over. So done and done. This I won't upgrade or anything until we get it moved to its semi-permanent spot. Okay, now we can clear 5 spots. Well, actually, we can clear 7. Okay, so we got Clara, who during the summer season, her fishing skills reach their peak. She possesses an innate understanding of the fish behavior in warm waters, allowing her to secure abundant catches. And she has an iron stomach. She can endure extreme hunger without experiencing severe mood penalties. We got Rocker. He's proficient in stone mining, but he eats more. And he lacks physical strength for effective wood cutting. We're going to go with Clara. She sounds much better for what we need, because we can move her to a fisher in the summer. Okay, once she comes in, we'll start getting some areas prepped for terraforming. And we'll make sure she has a couple hoes on the ready. And oh, we said we were going to go this way. Perfect, yeah. Well, not really perfect, but perfect-ish. No, because it's going right over what we already did, and I don't want to do the same thing. So let's boot scoot boogie you that way. That's more perfect. Double left click and it will confirm that is what you want. Then we're going to put our L's up. We're going to go again right here. There is some overlap on leveling, so you don't have to have them butted up against each other. We'll get a good set of strips mapped out so that we can just get her to work. Top right, it says how long until she arrives, and then we need to assign her a bed. We might have to move that one closer. It might be okay though. Okay, that should be enough to get us a little bit of space started. Okay, I'm going to put a time lapse in and give you some music.
Terraform the land, a fresh new vibe. Lost in the wild, but feeling alive. Boss fights rage, bunny snatch food. Dying laughing, yo, it's a whole mood. Shovel in hand, reshape the ground. Dream in a town where joy resounds. God smiling big, thunder applause. Army strong fingers breaking game laws. Mapping the stars, getting lost. Whoops! Respawn alive, hear those boots boom. Funny mishaps, we live for the thrill. Hustle so sharp it could bend steel. Villages rise, new faces meet fate. Farming the block while I narrate. Nothing's too big when you're built to last. Army mom strong, we outclass the past. Terraform the land, a fresh new vibe. Lost in the wild, but feeling alive. Boss fights rage, bunny snatch food. Dying laughing, yo, it's a whole mood. Terraform the land, a fresh new vibe. Lost in the wild, but feeling alive. Boss fights rage, bunny snatch food. Dying laughing, yo, it's a whole mood. Shovel in hand, reshape the ground. Dream in a town where joy resounds. God smiling big, thunder applause. Army strong fingers breaking game laws. Mapping the stars, getting lost. Whoops! Respawn alive, hear those boots boom. Funny mishaps, we live for the thrill. Hustle so sharp it could bend steel. Villages rise, new faces meet fate. Farming the block while I narrate. Nothing's too big when you're built to last. Army mom strong, we outclass the past. Terraform the land, a fresh new vibe. Lost in the wild, but feeling
think that's a good enough just starter spot. I got a couple spots we need to clean up, huh? This will be expanded, and then we'll clean up some of the edges a little bit later. Also, when your villager first gets there, if they get here at night, do not assign them a bed right away. They have a new villager buff, and they can work through the night on the first night. I just completely forgot, and I know if I don't assign them a bed, I will forget, and then they'll be homeless and grumpy. So yeah, because as soon as she got here, she went to sleep. So she could have helped us with this all last night, but we did a dump. So yeah, don't assign them if it's nighttime, because like I said, they have new a new strength for the new village. Okay, we got some more here. Oh, and there goes that again. I'll be right back. Okay, you might be thinking, oh, that looks awful compared to the nice pretty grass and such. But once we get roads in and things up and moving, it's going to look a whole lot nicer. I'm thinking let's do, because this is going to expand out that way, but for now we can get some storage going. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. We need the woodcutter's pit, the stonecutter's pit, and the gatherer's pit. I'm going to start with gatherers and then have another person come in. Actually, I wanted as far away from the bunnies as possible because they're going to constantly be trying to steal our food out of it. But I want these lined up to where the roads can go in front of them all as these expand and we do add-ons. So let's go, maybe go right there. And they are by default builders when they first come in. And let's hit Q. We need another rope. We need sticks and long sticks. We have some long sticks laying around. We'll need 4 of those. No, I think we cut enough trees down. Yeah, she's going to get more. Just gonna follow her and grab the other one. Yeah, we're good. We are groovy. Oh, and there's some more sticks for us. I no longer feel as strong. Yeah, we'll eat in a second. We got food spoilage in our pockets, but I'm okay with that because it's gonna work great for compost for the farms. The outpost will create compost and spoiled food as compost. It will expedite your crop growth, which if you're planting at the end of a season or middle of a season, it does take quite a good amount of time for the crops to grow. So compost does help speed it so they don't go bad before the season changes. Okay, let's empty out our pockets now. I'm not putting fibers in there, but you can have all these seeds. And that is all of that. Okay, let's go put these 2 in the Eye of Odin. And now they're going to see they're going to come and try and steal the food. So we will get fencing up. No, I didn't want another one of those. Can we clean any more of this up for the... trees are, so I can put the next hut up. Yeah, we're going to want to get fencing in as quickly as possible, but that's going to be a bit of a grind, so. Here, I'll go to this end, you start at that end. Because this one and this one are the 2 they're going to try and steal from. But I do want to expand that way, so I want to level that before I put the fencing up on that side. This side, I'm okay with putting fencing on. So let's... oh, I don't have fencing open yet. Woodcutter's pit first. Got it. So we'll do that next. I kind of like these lined up, so like I said, I can put the pathing in. Hold on, Bubba. So let's get this installed. Don't wave at me. Level. Thank you. 4 ropes. And all the wrong buttons. Let's just do a... 5. You're fine. I'll let you out in a second. And then sticks and long sticks. Then we also need to get another bed put in. I think a duplicate tree. I know you can't find any long sticks or sticks. I'm working on it. As soon as this falls, she'll come over and grab them. I'm watching you, bunny. Oh yeah, two. I forgot for a minute. Yeah, she'll grab that and put it in the fire. Don't wave at me, just work. Got too much to do for you to wave at me every time you see me. Because I always think they need something. And there's bark, which we're going to need for the next hut. I'll let you out in a minute. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Yeah, we're going to have to get that fencing up. They're probably already stolen. Yep, see, they're already stealing the food. No, sir. And they already stole one of those. Fencing is going to be a priority. They're so quick. They're really hard to... You used to be able to, like, pick them up and put them in, like, get them stuck somewhere. But I think they fixed that. You can't just stuck them now. Oh, we need one more stick. I don't want to break that because we're also going to need that. Here we go. And then part one will be completed. Oh, get this built. And we're going to call that an episode. So episode one, we got the Eye of Odin, our barbecue, our cooker, our gatherer, woodcutter part one. Our woodcutter is built. We got to fight with the Fluns, I think they're called, the bunnies. Anyhow, we're going to get another shelter built in the next episode, and then we'll get the stonecutter hut also, and we'll get some more Juton blood so we can get more villagers in. Hunter, a workshop so we can get the hunter up pretty quickly, because we're going to want him to start taking care of this problem we have. Thank you very much for watching. As always, before I go, remember when gaming, have fun, play hard, but in real life, be the change you wish to see in the world. Laters, y'all.